Hello everyone, welcome to Success Sure 100%. Today's video is about volcano. This is of class 9 and in this video we will be studying about what is volcano, kinds of volcano, causes of volcano and what are the different landforms that are formed due to volcanic activity. So do subscribe my channel and stay tuned till the end of the video because we will be dealing with different types of interesting land features that are formed due to volcanic eruptions. So let's begin. What is a volcano? As you all know, a volcano is a rupture or an opening on the earth crust from where lava, volcanic ash, gases and different small rock materials erupts. This volcanic eruption gives rise to different types of land features. Now where does this volcano occur? Volcano occurs mainly in the regions where the plate boundaries are formed. This means that volcanoes may occur where the plates are either diverging or the plates are either converging. So both of the cases we see that they are found in the plate boundaries. Now let us see what are the different kinds of volcano. Based on the frequency, the volcanoes are divided into three categories. The first one is active. Means they are very active, means they are frequent in nature. They have erupted in the past and in future also there is great possibilities of their eruption. So they are called as active volcanoes. Second is dormant volcano. Dormant volcano is also known as sleeping volcano. Means it is not active, but there are great possibilities of its eruption. It also means that in the past it has erupted once or twice and in future also there are possibilities of its eruption. But this possibility is less in compared to the active one. So it is also said that dormant volcanoes are very rare. And this is the reason that another name is given, that is sleeping volcano. The third is extinct volcano. Extinct, the term itself makes us understand that now it doesn't exist. Means this had happened in geological past, this type of volcano had occurred and in future there is no possibility of its occurrence. One more reason is that this type of volcano is now submerged under the ocean. So due to the decrease in temperature, there is no possibility of its occurrence. And now we will see causes of volcano. The first cause is high temperature. As we know that as we go in the interior of the earth, the temperature rises. The temperature rises by 1 degree centigrade at every 32 meters. So as we go down to the depth, the temperature is very high. Due to high temperature, the rocks and especially the metallic rocks which are present in the interior of the earth, they start melting and they turn into magma. Second reason is water which is present on the surface of the earth. Now from these cracks and fissures, the water on the surface of the earth, it seeps down and as it goes in the interior of the earth, due to very high temperature and it comes in contact with magma. So both this again increases the temperature of the water also. So water becomes hot and it changes to steam. Third reason is pressure of overlying rocks. It releases gases. So we see that the presence of magma, the rock materials which has converted into magma due to high temperature. Second, due to high temperature, the water which has changed into steam. And third, due to the pressure of overlying rocks. So all these three things are there. Magma, steam and gases. Due to pressure of all these things, the gases, steam and magma suddenly explodes. Now this sudden explosion is the volcanic, or it is called as a volcano. So sudden explosion is a volcano and this explosion brings out magma. Later on as it comes out in the exterior, it is called as lava. It also has gases and steam which turns into cloud and later on it gives rain in this region. So we have seen that the causes of volcano is high temperature, water, which again becomes hot due to the contact with hot rocks. Third is pressure of overlying rocks. So the first thing is magma chamber. Now to find this, what is magma chamber? Magma chamber is a pool of magma that is accumulated beneath the earth. It is present in the interior of the earth. It is hot rock molten material which is present in the interior of the earth. So you can see that the molten matter has accumulated down in the interior of the earth. This is called as magma chamber. Now for this magma chamber, you have a keyword to remember it easily, that is pool of magma. Means magma chamber means pool of magma. So here we point magma chamber. Second one is volcanic pipe. Volcanic pipe, this is the volcanic pipe. You should remember it. The keywords for this is vertical pipe. Now volcanic pipe or conduit, it is a vertical pipe which is connected to the vent of the volcano to the chamber. From this magma chamber, the magma moves up and it comes out on the surface. So this is the vertical pipe. So you should mark this one as vertical pipe. Vertical pipe, or it is also said as vertical conduit. This is a pipe which connects the magma chamber to the surface where it erupts, the volcanic eruption takes place. The third is magma. Now what is this magma? Magma, very simple and very easy to remember. Magma is the molten rock material. Due to high temperature, the rocks melt inside the earth. So this rock material which is in a molten state, semi-liquid state, that is called as magma. To remember, now remember one thing, magma, it is said magma when it is present in the interior of the earth. But when it is present, when it comes out on the surface of the earth from the interior, it is called as lava. So this one is lava which is present in the exterior, and when it is present in the interior, it is called as magma. So the key word to remember, magma, molten rock which is present in the interior, but lava is also molten matter, but it is present when it comes out in the exterior of the earth crust, so it is called as lava. The fourth one is lava ash. Now what is this lava ash? Lava ash is stream of lava that flows out from a volcanic vent. So this is called as lava ash. Means dust particles also. Now lava ash is also present in the cloud which comes out. The cloud, this is the cloud. When volcanic eruption takes place, hot water changes to steam in the interior of the earth due to very high temperature. At the same time, the gases that are present in the interior of the volcano, that also erupts. So three things come out during a volcanic eruption. The three things are molten matter, that is magma, second gases, and then third is steam. All these together, when they come out, the magma changes to, that is lava ash, and the cloud is of, it constitutes of gases and steam and very small dust particles also. So this dust particles are called as lava ash, and the steam becomes cloud. Later on we will come to another feature, that is crater. Now what is this crater? Crater means a hollow depression or a bowl-like depression. You will find this depression over here. You can see a small depression. So this is crater. Crater is a small depression which is present at the vent of the volcanic eruption. Vent is small opening. This is called as vent. Vent means a small opening that is present at the mouth of the volcano. In this, you will find that a hollow depression is made. Due to volcanic eruption or volcanic explosion, the top part explodes and there is a hollow depression made over there. This feature is called as crater. Next feature is sill, and the key word for this is flat sheet. Sill is a feature which is almost like a flat sheet, a flat tubular sheet of intrusion of igneous rocks which have been crystallized on the older rocks. Now you will find that they generally crystallize, that is, they generally intrude through a lava fracture in the pre-existing rocks. Now when they penetrate, they generally go or they generally solidify between the sedimentary rocks and other rocks. Now since sedimentary rocks are a bit softer rocks, so intrusion in them and crystallization becomes easier. So this feature, a flat sheet, a flat sheet of intrusion of lava is called as sill. Next feature is dike. The difference between sill and dike is that sill is flat sheet and dike is vertical sheet. Dike is a vertical sheet of intrusion of igneous rocks in the igneous rocks, and they generally crystallize in the fracture or the fissure that are present in the volcanic rocks. So whenever you see a straight feature, the intrusion of lava within a fracture, that is called as a dike, and it will be almost a vertical shape. So for this you should have a keyword, that is vertical sheet. Next is parasitic cone. The keyword for this is small mound. Small mound means a very small hill. Now in the same way as the volcano takes place, same way this type of lava which comes out through cracks, it finds its way and makes a small hill like this. So this kind of feature, a small hill, is known as parasitic mound. This feature is known as small hill or small mound, is known as a parasitic cone because it is dependent on the main original lava. So since the lava comes out from here and from the cracks which are present in the volcanic rocks, so they also form a small volcano. So since they are small volcano, they are called as parasitic cone. The last one is ash and cloud, and ash and gas, and the key word for that is cloud. You can see that when the lava erupts or the magma erupts out, it brings with it gases and steam. So the lava which comes out, it also brings ash and gas. This ash and gas together form a huge cloud. When it comes in contact with the atmosphere later on, with the passage of time, when it comes in contact with the atmosphere, this gas condenses, gas and steam. The water vapor, it condenses and brings rain in this part of depressions, crater. Now, sometimes this volcanic eruptions or this volcano collapses, it sinks down, and when it sinks down, this part of the feature also becomes broad. So the depression becomes very large and it forms, and when the rainfall takes place in that, it becomes a very beautiful feature which is called as caldera lake. And now we come to the last three important and interesting land features. No doubt these are intrusive features, but with the passage of time and due to the process of denudation, these features become the extrusive landforms later on. Now what is denudation? Denudation is the process which involves wearing of rocks due to the action of wind, rainwater, or by the action of ice. So all these agents may rub the features and they may reduce and the features which are formed like lapolith and batholith, they are exposed to the surface and they form different type of features like plateau or can be a hill. So first let us see lapolith. Lapolith, sometimes what happens is that sometimes these lava intrusions, they erode the upper part, they intrude the sedimentary rocks and they make a dome-shaped structure. Now this dome-shaped structures are called as lapolith. So the lava intrusions that are deposited on the sedimentary rocks, they make a dome-shaped structure that is called as lapolith. Next is lapolith. Lapolith is a concave type of structure, or you can also say it's a saucer-shaped structure. You can see here it's a saucer-shaped structure and concave in shape. So later on, again, the same reason is there for its formation, that is the intrusion of lava in sedimentary rocks. But the difference is here this feature is small, but this feature is very large, and it, with the passage of time, it becomes so large that it forms a plateau. So this plateau is basically a concave shape lapolith structure, but when they are exposed to the earth's surface, they form a plateau. Last one is batholith. Batholith are irregular in shape. Here you can see the keywords which I have written for each of the term. For lapolith it's dome shape, lapolith it is concave shape, and for batholith it is irregular shape. Now this batholith is again the same thing, intrusion of lava, but the difference with these two is that they are formed in the interior of the earth at greater depth. So you will find that at greater depth this batholith is formed, and they are very vast, extensive landforms, and they may be a core of a hill. Means with the passage of time and due to the process of denudation, they may form a big hill. So in this video, we learnt about what is a volcano, causes of volcano, different kinds of volcano, and the different types of landforms formed, whether interior or exterior. Means the landforms formed due to volcanic activity. Do subscribe my channel to learn more about geography.